Hello everyone, it's Ali and welcome to day 18 in the Defemember collaboration, and today's prompt is handmade stencil stroke notepad. Okay, so I've got some bits out. I've made my stencil. That's my stencil. I've just used this big background die that I've got, and I've just cut it out of craft card to use as my stencil on today's project. So what I'm going to do is obviously make a notepad. So I've got two pieces of craft card. I'll tell you what they measure: 4 1/4 by 7 inches. Got some of this vintage book page. It's from an old train timetable. I like using these pages, so I'm just going to cut around the edges. I don't want that plain bit on. Yeah, nice easy prompt today. I don't need too much thinking about. Okay, yeah, as I said in my last video, I've really enjoyed taking part in this. I really have, and I'm made up that I've got a big pile of ephemera to go in my journal now when I get round to making it. Yeah, I'm made up with it. So right, let's glue these down first then. So I've got a back and a front to my notebook, so let's just put some glue on here. Come on, glue. I'm going to stitch around it as well. Okay, so I'm going to put a piece of the timetable on the front and then a piece on the back. Like that. Right, let's cut around these bits. It's gone very quick actually, as from yeah, it's gone really quick, this collaboration has. So what day are we? We're on Sunday today. I can't remember what the date is. Is it the 16th or the 17th, something like that. Sunday afternoon. Everybody's in the living room watching a film, and I just thought I'll get this couple of videos done and then they're done. So I'm just going to ink around my edge. I'm just going to stick with my vintage photo. And the same with this one. And I'm going to use my stencil, my homemade stencil, and I'm going to stencil on both of them. Let's just get a piece of scrap paper. Let me get my green stencil brush. I've got out, where have we put it, Alison? Forest moss. So I'm just inking up my stencil, and then I'm just going to stencil over. Now I don't know whether I want it all over. Oh yes, I think I do actually, but a bit lighter down the bottom. Yeah, I like that. Just leave that little bit, just a little bit down the side. Yeah, I like that. This is one of my favourite colours as well. Forest moss. I like this one. Use it a lot. So I'm going to go a bit heavier at the top, a bit heavier down the bottom. Yeah, and then a little bit. I'm going to keep this stencil. I like this. Good way if you've not got many stencils and you've got dies, just die cut them and just use the negatives of your stencils. Really good way to use your dies, you know, if you've got nice dies that you want to use as stencils. So yeah, I'm going to keep hold of that one definitely. Okay, so that is that bit done. Now what I want to do next is I want to make another stencil. So I've just got this flower punch. I bought this in a charity shop. I got a real bargain the other day, I'll show you. I got these three. It's a 3-inch oval punch, a flower punch, and then it makes a little envelope, 50p each in the charity shop. I thought there was no price on them, and when I took them to the desk I asked her how much they were. I was expecting her to say about £3 each, which I would have paid no problem, and she said, oh, it's 50p each, okay. So I was delighted. Yeah, so 50p each, bargain. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut use this as a stencil. Oh, actually, I've done that one wrong. I'm going to use the flowers as a stencil. Keep them little flowers because I might be able to use them. Yeah, so I'm going to stencil some flowers onto the background as well. I think I'll just use my brown actually. Just in the background there. Yeah, I like that. Just one in the middle. Yeah, great way to use your punches and your dies to make stencils with. Okay, so that is that bit done, and I'm just going to do a little bit of script stamping as well. Even though I've got the script in the background, I just want to put a little bit of script on as well. I think I'm going to use this sepia or sepia, whatever it's called. Yeah, you can see it, so I like that. Okay, so that is that done. So I want to make my little notebook. Oh, come on, get on. There we go. I've just been into my scrap box and I've just got a load of little scrappy bits of paper out. That's going to go that way like that. I'm going to leave the inside, I think. Or should we put some paper on it? Maybe put some paper on it. It looks a bit bare, doesn't it, without paper on. Let's get some paper out. Do I want grungy? Or do I want a light one? Do you know what? I think I'm going to go with something a bit lighter. That's nice, isn't it? I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to have a bit of a pattern on there as well. Okay, let's just cut around the edges of this and we can hopefully get the back and front out of it. Yeah, something a bit lighter than grunge today. See if it's going to be long enough. Yes, it is. Right, let's glue this down then. Okay, put that on first. And then this one. Roll it down, make sure it's stuck. Okay, we'll cut around these. Right, there's that one. Let's do this one. Right, there we go. So I've got my papers. Do I want to just ink around that edge a little bit now where I've added that paper? It's gonna, you can see the white a little bit. Okay, so that's my back. Oh yeah, that looks okay, doesn't it? My back and my front. Which one do I want for the front? That one. So I've got my papers, like I said. I've just been in my scrap box and picked out just little scrappy bits of paper. They're not all the same size. They're just scrappy bits. Okay, and I want to put that there. Just make sure they're pushed. I'm hoping my sewing machine's going to go through it. Right, I'm just going to take it to my sewing machine and stitch along the top. Okay, so I'm back. Wouldn't you know it, the bobbin was empty, so it's took me 10 minutes faffing around trying to thread the bobbin, but I've done it. So I'm just going to cut them threads off. So that is how my notebook's looking at the moment. I've just stitched it, and then we've just got some scrappy bits of paper. Oh, I haven't caught them 2 bits with the sewing machine. Not to worry, we can just put them away. Right, I'm just going to trim off these little bits that are sticking out at the bottom. I think that's it. Right, which is my front? That's my front. Right, so it's just a little bit of embellishing on the front, and I got my arty flowers out, the ones that I bought from Louisa Heinzel, the flower kits. These big ones here, and I just thought that I could layer some of these up, maybe. That's a big one. They're really nice, aren't they? If I just put one of them there, maybe. I don't want to cover the middle up. I might just put one and just put it on some foam pads. And I've got my flowers, and then just something at the top. I'd wanted to keep it quite clean and simple, this one. I didn't want to add a lot of grunge. I tell you what I have got out. I cut some leaves and some butterflies in that glitter foam. Maybe I could put one of them on. I'll put some glittery leaves coming out of the flower. Oh, that looks quite nice, doesn't it? I could perhaps do that just for a bit of sparkle. Yeah, I might do that actually. I might put them sparkly leaves on, or will they get in the way of the notebook? I don't know what to do now, whether to use that. Let's have a look what else I've got. Decisions, here we go again, trying to make my mind up. I might resort back to my good old faithful flowers here. Let's just have a look what else I've got in here. Oh, we could have leaves. We could have some leaves, big leaves. Oh dear me, I've got to decide now, haven't I, what I want to put on here. Big leaf. I don't think that butterfly goes, so I don't think we'll bother with that. Or a leaf and some flowers maybe. Oh, what about that big pink flower? That's nice. Maybe a leaf over the bottom. Or do I need a leaf? No, I think I like that big pink flower. Put that scribbly leaf there, couldn't we? Let's have a look if we've got another scribbly leaf. Yes, we have. Right, we're going to go with them before I have you here all day deliberating what I'm going to use. Right, let's just put some ink around these flowers. I've used these a lot. I've really loved this kit that I bought. Really nice. I think I'll stick the leaves down. Or should we put them all on foam pads? Sorry for stretching over. I'm just getting some of my foam pads. Where's the flower? Yep. Little pieces.
The wonders of life got the prettiest side for everyone to enjoy. Standing up close by the Christmas tree, glimmering light, I am right where I want to be. I will be home for a couple of days, wander around with you. You and me in the cold, thought it'd never be true. Wherever I go, I got you. Oh, I have stopped running, there is no way trying. You better loosen your belts. Drinking hot wine by the fire, don't care of anything else. It's Christmas and some kind of love, my friend. I pray it will never end.
Okay,
do
so
you like
I've
to
just
be
watched me
here
glitter
too?
up my flowers. I've just stuck them on some foam pads, and I just want to put something here at the top. I'm going to keep this one nice and clean and simple, and I'm just thinking about a little Tim Holtz sticker. What should we have? see possibility everywhere, because in the forest, the enchanted forest, there'll be lots of possibilities, won't there? Do I want to do anything else? I was going to add some black splatters, but I've changed my mind. I think I'm just going to keep this clean and simple. I think all I'm going to do is get my green Nouveau drops, and I'm just going to add some in the middle of my flower. Just like that, I think. I don't think I want to put any more. No, I'm going to leave it because I'm going to ruin it and then I won't be happy with it. So there we go then, guys. That's another prompt done, and we was day 18, handmade stencil and notepad. So that's how I've done my prompt today, the little notepad. I'm glad I put the paper on the inside. It looks better, doesn't it, than just the craft card. So I'll zoom in a little bit. So there we go then. Another prompt done. So as always, thank you so much for stopping by, and take care, and I'll see you all in my next video tomorrow. Bye for now.